Rain still around out there for a lot of people's afternoon commute.
And let's check it now with meteorologist Gard with what more you can expect.
We're definitely still seeing some areas of heavy rain on the radar right now. They're very spotty though. You can see these little storms on the North Shore kind of riding what's called an outflow boundary, or these little area of green on the radar. That's the winds that the cooled air, because of the rain, kind of moves out from the storms, and it can pop up other storms. So we're watching that area on the North Shore, and then we're still seeing some storms on the South Shore. We'll take a little radar tour. Some heavy rain to the northeast of Covington right now. We're seeing a lot of lightning strikes with this storm heading toward Teleshik. We also have a little shower over near Folsom that we're watching. Over to the east, southern Mississippi near Bay St. Louis, we're seeing some lightning strikes with this downpour. Pearl River getting stormed on pretty hard over there. Definitely hearing that thunder. Got to watch for gusty winds with some of these. Not seeing any hail or severe warned storms. So that's the good news at this hour. You're just probably hearing those rumbles of thunder. Homa, you've had some heavy rain passing by. We have some north of Bayou Blue, and then near Terrio, we're seeing a little bit of lightning with that one as well. A lot of these over the marshy areas down to the south though. But we did have a stronger storm that popped up over the city. Now it's fallen apart and kind of moved to the south. We have a stronger storm near Hopedale, and then Point Lahash seeing some showers around there. Just some light rain lingering over parts of the metro, where we do have the street flood advisory in effect until 5:45. At this point, it's probably draining pretty well. We did see some areas with over 2 inches of rain, but it's been a while since it's kind of calmed down. So I do think there's a good chance that conditions are clearing up out there. We had this wave of storms that we were tracking coming in from Texas. I still think that will come in and interact with us, but it will be after the daytime heating is over, probably 7, 8. So I don't think it will do much. We might see some showers pop up in the evening from that, but most of our daytime heating, we're kind of using up all that energy right now. On water vapor, you can see what's driving all of the storm activity in the region. We have a cutoff low pressure system, which means it's not attached to the jet stream. It's going to have very slow motion to the east over the next couple of days. And between that and high pressure that's down to the south, you get a huge split in the upper levels of the atmosphere where the winds are going in different directions, and that allows for lift at the surface. So you'll see storm complexes coming by, and they kind of shoot out from the middle parts of that low. You can see all the green here, that's those storms, and they'll go from the plains over to our area. So we got to watch for that later today and then again tomorrow as well. Here's all that daytime heating storm activity. You can see the line, and then once it gets to us, it's kind of falling apart. We might see some rain late tonight. I don't think much of that really gets to our area anyways. Tomorrow morning, starting off good for the morning commute. We might see a shower or two popping up in the early afternoon, and then we get another round of those afternoon showers and storms along the lake and sea breeze, but the coverage is not quite as high tomorrow. What the modeling is showing is some more waves of those storms coming in from the plains that we might have to watch into early Friday morning. A lot of this, though, Thursday and Friday does not look like it would be severe. It's just going to be run-of-the-mill thunderstorm activity. Same with Friday in the afternoon, seeing some of those storms passing by. So we can't let our guard down with the storms. It's good to have the Fox 8 weather app this time of year. You can get those lightning notifications, and if any warning is issued, we'll get notifications for that as well. Just got to keep an eye on the radar as you're headed out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday heading into Father's Day. We're definitely going to see an uptick in storms because that upper level low that we were talking about that's bringing the storm activity in the plains is going to slowly shift farther to the east. Now it does pull north, the center of that, so I think that'll help with not getting big storm complexes, but there's still a weakness in the atmosphere here between this high pressure system over the desert Southwest and this one over Florida. So wherever there's weakness in the upper levels, we can see stormier conditions. So I definitely think we'll be in the corridor of storms, but the main positioning of those storms is where that low is, which is over Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. So they'll get the brunt of the rain, up over 5 inches in some areas, but we're still on the edge of that storm track. So we'll continue to have to watch for those each and every day. You can actually see some of the top parts of that North Shore storm right there. That's called an anvil. That's the top of the cloud hitting the tropopause in the atmosphere. So that's what you'll see all the time in the summertime, those little thunderstorms out there. Hey, where the rain is not, it's feeling very hot. We're 98 degrees in Gulfport for the feels like temperature. 88 though for the actual temperature. We're going to be beating the heat with the rain, but anywhere that you don't see the rain, those feels like temperatures will be much hotter. Waking up tomorrow to upper 70s, guys. Not getting any relief overnight anymore. Waking up, it feels muggy. It's going to be hot in the early parts of each day. And then once we get to the afternoon, we could see some cooling rain for some. And many people will just be seeing those storms out in the distance, like you saw from that lakefront camera shot.
The Saharan dust was going to like keep us dry. No?
Well, that was in the earlier parts of the week.
Okay, so that's
we did
gone
have
away.
a little bit of that,
Okay.
but now we're into kind of a weaker plume. There's still some dust out there, but it's not as noticeable.
All right. Thank you so much, Hannah.
Thank you.
Well, the last 5 College World Series champs have come out of the SEC, Southeastern Conference, and LSU is hoping to make it